Okay, so hip hinging is like one of the fundamental movements that you can do. It goes right along with squatting and stuff like that. You hinge when you deadlift, and so in order to be able to deadlift, you have to have the basic movement of the hip hinge down. So you're gonna start super basic and just practice hinging at your hips. And so essentially what you're doing here is pushing your hips backwards. So there should be no folding this way. Your back shouldn't bend. You shouldn't be coming like forward onto your toes. You can't really see that. But like you shouldn't be coming forward this way. The point is that you're keeping that weight in your heel and you're driving your hips back. So you can kind of like pretend that there's like maybe a rope that goes to your hips. So maybe somebody's standing behind you and they're gonna pull your hips back with that, and then they're gonna pull your hips forward, right? So everything is coming just from here. So we're not going this way, you know, we're not, I don't even know what else you can really do with it. So you wanna squeeze your abs really tight. You wanna make sure that your hips are in a posterior pelvic tilt. So you don't wanna start out standing this way with your back arched, right? So you're gonna do what you do with bridges, right? And pull your butt in nice and tight, squeeze your hips. And then from there, you're gonna pretend that everything is one straight line and you're gonna hinge forward, okay? Another thing that you don't wanna do here is you don't wanna lock out your knees, right? So you don't wanna be like this, right? So you wanna keep those knees soft. I'm hesitant to say that because I don't want you to turn it into a squat, right? So we don't wanna end up going down like this, trying to make that work. So your knees are just unlocked, right? They're a little bit bent, but they're not doing a whole lot of work in the way of bending and unbending as you're going through this. So the knees stay soft, abs are tight, butt is squeezed, and then you're hinging forward just until parallel, back stays flat, right? So we're not here and we're not like way up here, right? And then you're coming right back up. Another way that you can practice this is to do it in front of a doorway. And so you want to stand like maybe like the length of your forearm away with your butt away from the doorway, right? And so then you're gonna practice touching, like pretend that the couch here, right, is that doorway. So you're practicing touching that doorway with your butt. And if you're doing it wrong, you're not gonna get there, right? You're gonna end up shifting forward, right? So practice just kind of like tapping your butt onto the edge of a doorway. If you're finding that you're hunching and arching too much through your back, grab like a pole or like an umbrella, like a long umbrella or a broom, and hold it on your back, and then you should feel that pull through your entire back, right? So you shouldn't, feel any gaps through your back like at your arch or anything. Like you'll notice if you're bending, right, that pole is going to go shooting way up. So if you have that pole or that broom here, that's going to help you keep everything nice and straight the whole time, okay? Get to it.